Hi. Today I'm just going to try to create something in this glue book. I've had several things that I wanted to do today, and either I couldn't find what I needed to create them, or when I did sit down to do something, it just wasn't working out. Some people use prompts to get your creative mojo going, and I decided that the glue books worked better for me because you don't have a specific reason to be gluing anything in a book. So this one is I just call it my Buddha book, my Buddha junk journal, whatever you want to call it. When it's done, it's done. So you just take an old book and something that you don't use anymore, and it's outdated or whatever. I don't do scrapbooking anymore, so I thought, well, I'll just reuse this to create a glue book. I'll show you a few that I've done in here. It's been a while. I haven't done these in quite a while. But anyway, it's each page can be a message. Like this one, Love the Life You're In. It kind of speaks to me today because of some issues that, have come up. And I think I need to do that. I need to love the life I'm in today. Then this one here is just for today. Enjoy life. Create. Be yourself. Take time to love and be loved. And this I wrote in August of 2019. So I don't date all of them. I probably should, but I didn't. Some of the things here this was from China, and some of these pieces are, actually were brought back for my daughter for a friend who went, and they gave her a bunch of different things, and she was really into Oriental design at the time, so she gave me what she didn't want, so I used it. This particular piece here was my garden, and I just love the clouds, and I don't live there anymore, but I just absolutely love the garden that we created. So it's just a little message to yourself, I guess. And then another one is live in the moment, enjoy the experience, and this is Ganesh. This was 8/15/2019. So yeah, it's been a while. This one was 2019 as well. This is a sculpture that my husband bought me, and so I think I have another one in here, and I just cut it out and glued it in there. I just absolutely love Buddhas and sculptures. See, it's just like that, and I put a flower on there so you didn't see the shadow. But the shadow's not bad. I mean, it could still be used. And then this is, cloud formations that I took. And so part of this came from from magazines, and each piece I layered so it looked like it was one complete scene. And it wasn't. This is one here, this piece here. This is something else. This stops about right here, and there's another piece up in here. I can feel it. So, and I like the sentiment. I love cool mornings in my garden. I feel so close to nature, at peace. So I'm just showing you these things because it gives you an idea of what you can do if you're stuck creatively and you just can't seem to get past a block. And that seems to be where I'm at right now. And but I just absolutely, I love elephants and mandalas and whatever, and I just like how it looks. These are all different elements, you know, plus I like doing the you know, the rough textures too. I'm a Reiki master, so the principles: just for today, do not worry; just for today, do not anger; honor your parents, teachers, and elders; earn your living honestly; show gratitude to every living thing. We should all remember that. We should. Sometimes it's hard. And then this one here was just very random, but I had these elements, and this I cut out on my Sizzix. These are Chinese coins that I took a picture of, that I have. I don't remember where this came from, but it looks pretty cool. And same thing with this. This I got out of a magazine, I believe, and then just different elements that I created in there. This is just a layer of texture with a stamp. I can't promise you that today's project is going to be all that fantastic, but my daughter made this, oh gosh, years and years ago. So, but there's texture, there's things to feel and look at. That's what I like about doing this. I made this in January of 2020. That's probably why I quit. It was just not a good year. She made this one as well. And so this is another texture layer. It's some newspaper, a piece of jagged paper, and some little coins. This is about abundance, beauty. Inside here is currency. It's not real, but it looks cool. So, and then I think this is the last one. Always be kind. So that's where I'm at today. I just want to create a page with you. Now that you've seen, you know, what it looks like. This is a glue book. If you're not interested, that's fine. But, you know, anybody can make this. Children can make this. I have a young friend who I have given numerous pages of, you know, different papers for layouts, and she has done so many nice things with it. So glue books are very satisfying to do because there's no pressure, and you don't have to worry if you make a mistake, because there are none. So I think what I like to do is every other page, you can go anywhere inside. You don't have to go each page at a time, because you do, in some cases, end up pulling some out because it gets so thick. See, now that's stuck together. Maybe I'll do two. I'll leave two, and then okay, yeah, I'll do this one, and I'll leave two in between. If you have thin pages, you can glue the pages together, but that was not what I was doing here. So I think what I want to do, I was going to use some gesso on here to cover up the design. So I'm going to use some black gesso, and this is from U.S. Art Supply. It is an acrylic medium. I really love it. If you use gesso, please remember to use an old brush, not a new brush, not a nice brush. Use an old one, because it can damage your brush. So mine is pretty well worn. So all I'm going to do is just kind of black out some of this. You don't have to do it super neat, or, you know, it doesn't have to be smooth, tidy, anything. You just get it on there to cover it up. And then, you know, this stuff won't bleed through. I don't always use it, like when I made the mouse pads. I didn't use it. I just used black paint because I knew I was going to cover it up and it wouldn't bleed through. But this could bleed through your design, so this I will do. You can do it in white, you can do it in black. You can tint your gesso to whatever color you want. Just don't overdo it. You just want a little bit of pigment in there, that's all. But this will dry really fast. And I'll get the hair dryer. Well, not hair dryer, but you could use a hair dryer. I have a heat gun that is made for arts and crafts. Actually, it would be nice to have something there to, but like I said, I don't really care if it's even or not. Even on the side, I don't care. It kind of gives it some interest if it's not. But do it anyway. I have done both. I've done it where it was kind of scraggly, and I've done it where it was nice and neat, but I think I prefer to just have it like that. So now that is enough, and I can put this one away. I'm going to use the heat gun and dry it. I'm not sure what happened, but my camera shut off. So what I'm going to do here is just explain what I did. You know, you don't have to watch the entire thing to get the idea. I'm cutting out a piece of plastic right now so that I can put this under here so it doesn't glue together. Okay, so what I did is I did the gesso on the back. It's very sloppy, but as you can see, when you cover it up with these things, it doesn't really matter. The stamps, I had a whole sheet of stamps and I tore that off, the edges, and I glued them down, just same thing. Then I had this piece of tissue and I glued that down. Then I glued this down. This is a, you know, stamps. They've already been used. And I've used 50-50 white glue and water. Mix it really well. And then you just tear pieces at random of things that interest you, look interesting. And right now, I found this coupon, some paper that I did. You know, I just make paper on a, what is that called? Gel thing. I'm not sure. Made some really cool papers. So I just used some of that, and I used some newspaper print. And this was a note card that my daughter had made years ago. So it hadn't been used, so what I did is I just glued it on there, and this is where I will put my mantra for the day. So I had also found these cool little stickers from Hobby Lobby. I don't recall buying these, but I have them, so maybe I did. And at this point, really all I need to do is just add a few more elements that are interesting, and put some of these stickers on. I could do that. That looks nice. I believe she made that as well. I don't know exactly. I could put, instead of something that large, I could put this somewhere. Oh, that looks nice there. Yeah, that looks real nice there. So I could do that. I could just put it there. It overlaps and fills a gap. So you just glue it on. You can use glue stick, but it doesn't hold everything. So it's just as easy for me to use this. And make sure when you're using glue, make sure that the paintbrush is very old and not so great. So I have a big box full of stuff, but I limited myself to see. Well, this is kind of an interesting piece of paper. So I think I will use a piece of this. You can also use ink to, let's see, where do I want that? You can use ink pads to do the edges, but I'm not doing that today. Just a random piece. That looks good. You could put it that way. You could put it, oh, I like it this way. Okay. So anyway, you just take random pieces of paper, any kind, doesn't matter. You can use photographs. I like that right there. Okay. So because I'm just trying to create a background, I don't want to add too much because I want to incorporate these things if I can. So I'm going to go ahead and look at these and see if any of these reach out at me. This is for a window or a mirror, so I'm not going to use that. I already used that. I used that already. I don't want any more of the written. Okay, I do have this nice, really beautiful piece. That looks nice. Not sure yet. I already used that. This is beautiful. And I do absolutely love Buddhas. So maybe Buddha could go there. Okay. Okay, that could work. I think I will tear this off because I don't really want the people. The people don't need to be there. And I love these little metal rulers because they make it so much easier than cutting. All right, I like that. That looks nice there too. All right, let me break this out, the scroll. I can't see the edge. All right, I will cut it. Okay, it's got to go that way. That looks super nice there. Okay. Okay. And what you need to know about these if you've never used them, the glue tends to dry up on them, so be sure to glue them. Don't overdo it, but just, you know, re-glue it. You can use any kind of glue that's for paper. It'll go right over the glue. So I am thinking that looks cool, just like that. And allow this to dry at least overnight, maybe even, you know, 24 hours. Because you know, the glue is very wet and it will have a problem. I do like, because there's a fan there, so I think I'm going to put this fan right there. Okay. Okay, so do I want this fabric? It's kind of touchy-feely, but I don't know that it's going to work. Unless I take this off and put it up here now. No, it doesn't appeal to me now. It did, but it doesn't now. This I definitely want. So just make sure you glue it. This you could probably use a thicker glue, but as long as you let it dry, it'll be fine. Where did my, there it is. All right. I like that. We are going to pretend that the scroll is the mantra. It is telling you of what the mantra is. That's what we're going to pretend. I'm sure it doesn't, but we have no idea what this stuff is unless you speak the language. What do I do with it? There we go. And watch your fingers. If you get too much glue, then you'll start leaving glue bits behind, and it's not very pretty. Okay, so we're almost done with this, actually, believe it or not. Some people find coloring very relaxing, and I actually don't. So I have a lot of coloring books. I do color on occasion, but I really don't find it that relaxing. So I'm more of a glue and paint person, I guess. I don't know. So my message, my mantra, and you can't read it, of course. My imagination is a powerful, creative tool. And there we go. So see how wet it is? It's very wet right now. So we want to make sure that that does not transfer. Oh, here it is. So I've written my mantra in there, and I can embellish this further with stencils and all kinds of things, but I'm going to clean this up right now. Put this stuff away, and I will show you that as soon as I put my glue away, because I sure don't want to have a mess.